Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Phoenix here, and welcome back to another episode of SkyCity. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but before we get started, please don't forget to hit that like button and smash the bell to be notified every time we upload. And without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so it's episode 3 of SkyCity, and usually I don't do this, but I'm going to be taking you through the process of making one of my builds. As you know, I usually just go straight ahead with my build and then pop on the next episode and say, look, I built it. But today we're going to be doing something a bit different. So, we are going to be building a barn. And as you know, my theme is more Japanese style, so it's going to be a bit more shapes and things like that. In this chest here, we have all the materials you would need. You can pause the video to get all the numbers and things like that. But I do want to let you know, all this stuff you may not need the exact number that I have. I probably have a little bit more or a little bit less than what is probably needed. There's just an estimated count for you guys. But the first thing we're going to start doing for this process is making the platform. Because we are on a skyblock, I have to make every single platform to be able to put builds on. So we're going to get started with the one we have here. Now I'm going to start at this block right there to start building out our little stand or platform thingy. So your platform should be 21 by 19 blocks, so about 21 blocks in length and 19 blocks wide. So we're just gonna, I'm just gonna go ahead and build this platform, and we'll get back to you when it is done. Alrighty guys, so the platform is made, as you can see, and don't forget, it is a 21 by 19, so this row and then the back lining is 19 blocks, and then this side and that side is 21 blocks. So to start off, we are going to start with the very front of the house, or not the house, I'm sorry, the barn. Front of the barn. The front of the barn is pretty simple, but please watch carefully so you can understand. So we're going to come over to the edge over here. I just put siding because, I don't know, it looks nice and I did it over there. So you are going to come in. Ignore this outer rim because that's basically going to be your border. So you're basically going to start from the inside pieces, not this. So you're going to start from here and you're going to go 1 in and you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to place 1 block and you are going to go 3 high. Then you're going to go 1, and then you are going to come right next to that and go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3, 1, 4. Then you're going to go 1 again, and then you're going to go up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 3, 1, 4, 1, 7. You're going to come 1 block out and place 1. Now you're going to take your dark oak. Now, like I probably should have said this is all spruce log. You can use spruce wood, but it does take away 1 block from the crafting recipe, so I just am going to use logs and it could give it a nice texture. But we're now going to take our dark oak fence and go up 1, 2, 3. And then from there we're going to take our spruce logs again. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Ignore that one up there, I can fix it later. So from there, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you are going to repeat the same process on the other side. So you're going to come over to this corner, count out those little blocks, and you're going to do it all over again. So I will do that right now for you guys, and I will see you when I get back done with that. Alright, so I now have this built. It is now identical to the other. And it's lined up perfectly, as you can see, with one another, and that is what you want. Now you're going to go up here, and you're going to connect these two right above by adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right across. You're just going to make sure that it goes across right there, and that should be fine. Now there should be a 1 block gap between each of the 2 pillars you were going to make. So you're going to skip 1, and you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1 and go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you do not have a 1 block gap between each of these, then you are probably doing something wrong and you need to go check it and see what you are doing. But you have 1 block between all that, and in each of these little gaps you are going to fill it in with white concrete. So you do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, not that one. 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to go up here and you are going to fill up these gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to go all the way up on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in this middle gap right here, you are going to make a 2 block space window for a window. So you're going to put 1 at the very bottom, and then you are going to put 1 at the very top. I'm going to have to fix this. And on top of the one in the middle, you are going to place a 1 block tall over top of that. Alright, so we're now to the side of the building, and this part is pretty simple. It is not that hard. So from the very siding, we're going to add on laying down 1, 2, 3, and then up 1, 2, 3. We're going to go connect 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to repeat this on the other side, so you're going to make it even on both sides. Alrighty, now you're going to come in here, and from these 2 pillars right here, actually, okay, my mistake, you're going to take these 3 off the very end. You don't need these. You can take these off. Something will be built there in the future. Alright. So from these 2 pillars right here, you're going to go out 3 blocks from them. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then from the very ends of these, you're going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are going to repeat that on the other side. Essentially what we are doing is we are making little gaps or spaces for the animals to be placed into the barn. So we're going to repeat this on this side. Alrighty. So after you have made these little sections for the stalls, you are going to be placing the little separation bits for each of the placeholders. Or whatever. So you're going to take your dark oak fence right here, and you're going to go up 2 with this. So 1 layer of 3, and then another layer of 3, and from that you are going to do 3 spruce logs. Gonna come back over here on this one and do the exact same thing. So 3, 3, and then 3 logs. And you are going to repeat that on the other side. Alright, so we are now in the back of the stable or barn, whatever you want to call it. And we are going to repeat the exact same thing we did to the front to the very back. So remember, we're going to take 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to come out 1, put 3 dark oak. You're going to put the 3 spruce logs back over that, and then the 4 up on the side. And then if you are using the logs, you can just pop up here and replace that. So we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, just like we did for the front. Alright, now that you have that done and it is connected, be very careful if you're on Skyblock and don't fall off. But we're going to fill in just like we did on the other side. Do not forget to leave the gap for the window on the very middle filling up there, so I'm going to do that real quick. I did forget to mention that you do need to put that block in there, though you probably figured you need to do that anyway, since I did say copy it just like the front. But now we are going to go into the inside and of the barn, and we are going to start doing the outside railing portion. And it's going to be a little bit confusing, so I do want you to pay attention and focus on this. Alright, so you're going to take your dark oak fences and you want your oak trap doors. You're going to go to the outside and you're going to put a dark oak fence placed on the outskirts. So you're going to put 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. And you're going to put one beam across the top of each of these sections. And then you're going to come over here and take your oak trap doors, and underneath you're going to place these and you're going to pop them up. Just like so. We're creating little windows for our animals, but also safety pins so they don't get attacked. And you're going to go here and you're going to just close it up on the top. You don't have to do this if you want to save your oak trap doors, but I think it adds a little bit of texture to it, so I think it'll be neat. So there are the windows, and you're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Alright, so now that we have done that and all the windows are made, you are going to need to get up here so you can make cross beams. So I'm going to use my scaffolding and we're going to come up here. You're going to connect the very tops of these, starting right here, because you want this to line up with these two pillars that you created for these tables. And you're going to put them across. It's just a little stability. That way you can make a loft and or storage, doesn't matter. Now, you are going to make a bit of a rim, and I will explain that in just one moment. But you're going to do this on the exact same side. I fell down, but it's fine. But you're going to do this on the exact same side. You're going to connect these all up. Remembering that you want to line these up with these pillars. You do not want to get out of line with those. So now after you make those, like you saw me doing, I put one here and one there, but you're going to double it up. So you're going to have 1 and 2 rows. And you're going to do that to the exact same side over here. Alright. So from here, you're going to find that middle block, and you're going to put a cross beam in the center. So you're going to go from the center, and you're going to go all the way across. And now it is connected. So now that we have our cross beams, we're going to come back up here, and on each one of these connectors, so right here, you're going to place one up. You're going to go over here and place one up, and you're going to do that on the other side as well. We are going to be making the loft part of the build, because if you did that out of order, that'd be a little bit whack. You are now going to connect the very middle, so you're going to find the middle, and you're going to connect a beam through here. Now that you have the connector beam through here, we are going to take your oak trapdoors, and we are going to make the flooring out of them. So you're going to go across here, and make sure that they are all up. You don't want them at the bottom part of it, you want them up here at the top. And we're going to do that all around. Then you're going to hop over here and do it to the exact other side, filling up this floor. Alright, now that you are done doing that, you are going to take more of your spruce logs and you are going to connect them from one part to the other, making sure they are straight across and on top of these bits. And then you're going to take the spruce logs and connect the top bits of those so we can start getting the structure of the roof. Alrighty guys, so like I said, you are going to create the long pathway crossing from here and here. You want to make sure these are all touching, that way you know that you are center aligned, just like what we had to do down here. So let's do that real quick. See, it is touching, and there is a one gap which we will be filling in just a second, where you're going to do this to the other side. Now that those two are done, you are going to want to connect this very top bit to that other top bit over there, just so you can make that support beam so we can start trying to get the roof on later. Now that that is done, you're wanting to take your oak trapdoors and you're going to fill in these little window gaps with them. Now that you have that one side filled in, you are going to want to do it to the exact other side. Now you can do it by filling it in the middle, and they can be sticking out right there, but I personally think it looks better to have them dipped in like what they are. So you're going to go over to the other side and you are going to recreate what we just did. Alrighty guys, so we just got done making those little windows right here, and we're going to go back to the front of this build and we're going to grab our dark oak fences. Now for this, you are going to want to make a line starting from here and go all the way across, and on the very end and the middle, you are going to want to bring down the dark oak fence by 1. Not too difficult, it's very simple, it's just a nice little texture bit. Now we're going to come over here to the sides and we're going to start making our termed barn door. So we're going to place down 2 spruce trapdoors, and we're going to go up until we really can't anymore. Hello. Alright, so now you're going to push all those up, and you're going to want to do the same thing to this other side of it. Now the trapdoor part of this bit, it can get a little bit difficult, so I would suggest trying to pay close attention while I attempt life. So you're going to put a trapdoor right here and pull it up, and you're going to put trapdoor on these 2 bits right there, put it up, and then trapdoor right here, not right there, right here, and close that up. Now you're going to come to the other side, and wherever you put those trapdoors, you are going to take away the back ones that we placed beforehand. So you get that little bit of an edged piece, and it looks really cool. And you are going to do that to the other side. So just repeat that over here, and then we'll move on. Alright, so both of these doors have now been made. So as you can see, they look like this. They can match either side, or you can kind of switch it up to make the designs look a little bit different, but this is what I did. Alright, so now that we have those front doors done, we're coming back here, and we're going to create the little back door. So you're going to come up as much as the build will allow you to, and we're going to close up these spruce doors, and then fill up the top gap up here. Alright, so you're now going to come to the back side of the thing. We had just built this on the very inside, as you can see, so now we're in the back. And we're going to do the same kind of texturing design as we did on the very front. So we're going to put one here at the bottom, and then on the sides, I'm going to do the exact same pattern on right there, or excuse you, right there. And then we're going to put one up here. Now you're going to come on the inside again, and we are going to remove that bit, just like what we did for the very front. Actually, forget I said that. We're going to try something different. So we are going to come in here, and we are going to attempt to do this. Alright, we're taking apart the very back where we actually made everything. My bad. So as you can see, you want to make sure that you have those on the outside. You don't want those to not be there. You don't want gaps. And there you go. There's the back door. It looks similar to the first ones over there, but it's just 3 blocks wide instead. Alright, now that we have that done, we are now going to go to the very front again, and I'm going to have to climb up to be able to do most of this. Alright, and we're going to start working on our roof portion. Now this is kind of a bit tricky, but I think we'll be okay. So we are going to take our spruce planks, and we're going to start right over here with a placing your spruce plank there. You're going to come over here and double up that, add a spruce plank. So you have spruce plank, 2 spruce slabs and another spruce plank, and you're going to do the exact same thing again and connect it again with that. Now that we have done that, we are going to come around here and go move further up, and we are going to connect this whole way back with spruce planks. Be careful not to fall off if you are in survival. And we're just basically going to make little supports for the build, and we're going to come with our slabs and make the little support beams across the middle. So you want these attaching to these 2 pillars right there. And you want to connect it right there. Alright, now that we have that done, we are going to come over here and put a spruce plank on each one of these pegs right here. And we are going to connect them with spruce slabs and double them up by 3. So only the spruce slabs will have ones on top. You just want to get that little bit of an archway going. So it's not too difficult, it's pretty simple. But yeah. So now as you can see that we have that done, we're going to go to the very back, or not, yeah, to the very back, and we're going to kind of repeat the roof pattern that we did there. So you're going to take here, and you're going to take your slabs and double them up so you get kind of like that featured thing. And then you're going to put the spruce plank, and then the slabs again, and then the plank again. Now you are going to repeat this process on the other side, so you're going to do the same roof bit and the same side bit and everything that we did on the other side and repeat it on here. So let's do that real quick. Alright, so now that we are done creating the other side of the build, we're going to come up here and we are going to take our spruce stairs and start making the very top bit of the roof. So we're going to place 1, 2, and you're going to extend out 1, and then you are going to come over here and place a backward stair on the very end of it, put it up by 1 spruce plank, go up 1 stair, and do another backwards stair attached to that. And then once you are done, you are going to put a spruce slab right on top of that bit, a spruce plank, and then you are going to add 2 spruce slabs at the very bit here, and you're going to double it up so you get that little bit of a point right there. So let's repeat that same thing on the other side. Now that the front part is done of the roofing, you are going to go to the very back and do the exact same thing. Alright, so now that we have the back done, we are going to come up here and we are going to start on this. So we are going to take our spruce slabs and go all the way across the top, connecting the 2 top bits that we placed for that roofing. As you can see, it connects nicely. If it does not connect nicely, then you probably should go back and check what you have done wrong. Now you're going to come back over here to where we had these blocks before, and you are going to connect them. So I'm going to move that away. We're going to take the spruce plank, spruce stair, and we're going to continue to make that pattern back and forth as we go. Now on each of these bits that you just created right here with the planks, we are going to come up and we are going to put a spruce plank behind them. So you're going to make sure that they come on the divots. Then from there, you're going to place a dark oak plank on the planks at the bottom. And this is going to start making out window cuts for a future window that we will be making. So what you're going to do is you are going to take your spruce stairs and you're going to put it up one and over. Go to this right here, up and over. And then you are going to connect this with an upside down stair. And spruce slabs are just going to go right there and on top. You are also going to add one on the very back. That way, whenever you start making this part of the roof, it is all going to connect nicely. So we're going to do the exact same process on the rest of the windows. Alright, after you have completed this side, you are going to go back to the very other side and repeat the exact same thing. Now after you're done with the other side, you're going to hop down into your little attic area and we are going to start on making the inside look pretty, because right now it's just windows and a bar. So we're going to take our spruce stairs and we're going to come over here and attach it right there and one right here. And along this one right here, we're going to go all the way across so we can connect it. We just want to try to make sure that we have a very covered roof, because there's no point in having a roof with leaks. Now you are going to be taking your spruce stairs after you have done this, and you're going to cover up this gap and this gap right here. So you're going to fill that up with a spruce stair. You can get rid of this, the extra one, and there you have it. You're now going to take your dark oak fences and place them in the window holes. Like so. Alright, so after you have completed that, you're going to take your spruce slabs and fill up that little gap that was right there, because it is not needed anymore. And you are going to take your spruce trapdoors and go across here. You want to make sure that this light is covered, but you can still see your window. Like so. Now you are going to repeat this same process on the other side, so let me just do that real quick. Alright, now that you have that done, the roof should be completed and you don't really have any more light spots. So you're going to take some lanterns and some ladders. That's the next thing you're going to need. For the lanterns, you can just place them however many you want, wherever you want, just so you can give yourself some light. That way mobs don't spawn. And we are going to come over here in this corner and put down some ladders. And we'll go to the opposite corner in the back and do the exact same thing. One thing too I forgot to mention, you are going to want to put dark oak fences in these window bits right up here. In addition to spruce trapdoors. There, just to give some more texture to the very front and make sure it doesn't look too bland. Alright, so now that that's fixed, we are going to come down and start working on the interior a bit.
Kayla?
Yes?
Are you planning on doing any more exterior bits?
Yes.
Okay, I was just asking.
Alright, so I just completed the rest of the ladders over here. That way you don't have to jump off when you get down. Now, starting for the staple, you have to cover the roof. So we are going to attach our spruce trapdoors here and double it up over here. And we're going to continue to do that down the line. I personally like spruce trapdoors because of the texture and design on them. Now you are going to repeat this exact same thing on the very other side. Now, just to make sure that no mobs are spawning, you do want to put some accent lanterns out here, also for light and decor. So you're going to put them on those 2 bits of spruce planks, and you're going to go around the back and do the exact same thing to the other side. We really don't want mobs spawning, but we also want to have that texture detail. Alright, so the next little bit that has to be done is going to be a little bit difficult, and you can do this however way you want to. So I'm just going to show you a time lapse of me doing it myself, and then you can look at it and see what you think. We are going to be taking hay bales, so we're going to be going back to our chest over here. There's going to be a lot of hay bales needed, and we're going to be placing them on the roofs. Now, lucky for us, we actually have a ladder to get up here. Alright, so I'm going to start with the hay baling process, and then I will show you what it looks like when we get done. Alright, now that we are done with the very roof of our build, we're going to come down and going to start on the exterior bits of decor and move into the inside of it. So what you're going to need for the very outside is you're going to need barrels. You can have any type of leaves that you want. I was mainly going to use flowering azalea because that kind of reminds me of the Japanese build. You're going to need some grass, a couple flowers, flower pots, and we'll take these yellow carpet for later. And you will also need some coarse dirt to start making your little bit of a path. Alright, so to start decorating, you're going to grab your barrels, your leaves, your flowers, and your flower pot that you're going to be using. So you're going to put a barrel right here, a barrel up here, and right there. Another one right here, and another one facing right up there. Now you're going to place the leaves. You can place your leaves wherever you want to, but I'm going to put mine right here, and right on top of this one. I think the little flowers add a little bit of a touch, just of decor that I think is really cute and brings out the Japanese theme in this build. So you're going to take your flower pots and you can place one up here, one right on top of there, and one right here. Now you don't have to add flowers in every single one of them. I'm just going to put one up here, and in the one right here, I'm going to leave this one right here blank. Then you're going to come on the other side and you're going to grab your hay bales and you can make a little pile of hay, basically as in the to make it look like it is the storage hay for any animals that you have in your barn. Alright, so after you have made your little bit of a mess of hay, you're going to take your grass and just add some little bits of it here and there just to make it look a bit more natural. Especially if you're in a sky block, you need some of that grass to make it look fluffy and more down to earth. Alright, so now that you have your little front decorated, we are going to start creating the pathway. I'm going to try not to fall off. So I'm going to expand more of the pathway once I get all this bit extended, but right now we're just going to shovel what we can, and we're going to come all the way through here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be mixing a bit of coarse dirt and grass blocks into the design. It just adds a bit of character to it, but you can do whatever you want. You can just leave it a shovel path. Alrighty, so here's the little bit of a design that I've done. You can do whatever you want. I may add on to it later, but this is all I've done right now. You don't have to go too crazy with it, just enough to give it some texture. You can even add some grass on a couple of the blocks in here, just to give it some more of a homey feel for the animals. And it makes it look really cute. See? Now we're going to start off after this on making the stables. So to start off everything with making the stables, we are going to be needing to put little placeholders. So you have your stone brick walls, and you're going to place them on each one of these 4 little walls right here. That's going to section off which stall is for which. After you've done the stone wall, you are going to take your dark oak fences and your lanterns, and you're going to make little light sources for each bit. You want to make sure you have plenty of light, because you definitely do not want mobs spawning in here. I already had that happen and had to rebuild some of the stuff. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start the first little bit of process on the stalls itself. So we're going to put dark oak fences here, here, and coming off like so, and adding a dark oak fence gate in the middle. And you're going to do these to all of the stalls. So let me just do that real quick. Alright, so the next thing that is going to be done once you have all the stables done the way you're supposed to is we're going to create the little inside pens. Now for me, the majority of the barn of what's going to be in there is my llama, donkey, and hopefully I can get a couple horses so I can just add a little bit more character to this place. But there won't be needing too much, so this is my plan. We're going to take a stone brick stair in the corner, and we're going to waterlock it. We're then going to take your hay bales and just put one there and decorate the inside flooring. So we're basically going to do the exact same thing that we did out here, but inside the stable. And you only need a couple, it doesn't need to be too fancy with that. And then you can add in a couple of the grass blocks just to make it seem more homey. So you're going to repeat this process in every single one. You don't have to add the grass block, or not the grass block, the hay block, but that's just an added detail I like, and I think it's cute. So let me do this to every single one of those. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be doing, since we have now got all the pretty little staples done and organized, is we're going to go up top to where the termed storage area is. And all I'm really going to do up here is put hay bales and some chests, as though it's just storage. So you can do this however you want to. There's any specific way that you can or can't do it. It's just for some fun and an added detail. Now personally for me, I may not use this space for other than just this decor of what I'm doing, but it is still a cute little detail in your build that your friends could potentially enjoy. Now just an added character, instead of just adding the chest everywhere, you can add a pile of barrels if that is what your heart desires. It can be a cute little add-on to what you are doing. And personally, I think barrels are probably the best, way better than chests. But that's just my opinion. And that is it. The barn is now finished. Woo! Hey guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. This took forever to make because it was a new concept, but look at this beautiful barn. I think it turned out great. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and I can't wait to make more. Thank you guys so much for your support. Bye!